Imagine a whisper, not from the present, but from the future. A fleeting sound, a sudden insight, a vivid premonition that hints at what is yet to unfold. Is it a trick of the mind, a divine gift, or something far more profound, woven into the very fabric of our existence? Tonight, we embark on a journey into the enigmatic realm of hearing the future, a concept that has fascinated, baffled, and terrified humanity for millennia. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about time, perception, and the hidden depths of the human mind. The sensation of hearing the future is not a monolithic experience. It manifests in myriad forms, each as perplexing as the last. For some, it's a distinct auditory hallucination, a voice, a sound, a melody that seems to foretell an event. For others, it's a sudden, undeniable knowing, a flash of insight that bypasses logical thought and lands directly in the core of their being. These experiences, often random and unsolicited, defy easy categorization, leading many to ponder their true origin. Could it be a heightened form of intuition, a gut feeling amplified to an extraordinary degree? Intuition, often dismissed as mere guesswork, is a powerful cognitive process where the brain makes rapid, unconscious judgments based on vast amounts of stored information. Perhaps for some, this intuitive faculty extends beyond the immediate present, tapping into subtle patterns or energetic currents that hint at future probabilities. It's as if their subconscious mind is processing data points invisible to the conscious self, assembling a mosaic of what's to come. Is it merely a sophisticated form of pattern recognition or something more? Then there's the concept of psychic ability, specifically precognition, the direct knowledge or perception of future events through non-physical means. Throughout history, seers, oracles, and prophets have claimed this extraordinary gift, their pronouncements shaping the destinies of nations and individuals. While often relegated to the realm of myth and folklore, the persistent anecdotal evidence of precognitive dreams, visions, and sudden knowings continues to intrigue. Could certain individuals possess a unique neurological wiring, a sensory apparatus tuned to frequencies beyond our normal range, allowing them to perceive events before they materialize in our linear timeline? The very idea challenges our fundamental understanding of cause and effect, suggesting a reality far more fluid and interconnected than we typically perceive. Some theorists propose that those who report such experiences may possess a higher level of consciousness. But what does this truly mean? Is it an expanded awareness, a state of being, where the boundaries of self and time become permeable? Perhaps it involves accessing a collective unconscious, a universal database of all past, present, and future possibilities as posited by Carl Jung. Or could it be a resonance with a deeper, underlying reality where time is not a linear progression but a vast, interconnected tapestry, and these individuals are simply able to perceive more threads of that tapestry than others? The implications are staggering, suggesting that our conventional perception of reality is but a sliver of a much grander, more intricate design. The whispers of tomorrow, then, might not be external voices, but echoes from a deeper, more expansive self. For countless cultures and spiritual traditions across the globe, the ability to hear the future transcends mere psychological phenomena. It is often revered as a profound spiritual gift, a direct conduit to the divine. From the ancient Greek oracles of Delphi to the prophetic visions of biblical figures and the shamans of indigenous tribes, the capacity to glimpse tomorrow has been attributed to a sacred connection, a blessing bestowed by higher powers or universal intelligence. This perspective posits that such individuals are not merely predicting, they are receiving divine revelation, acting as vessels for messages intended to guide, warn, or enlighten humanity. This interpretation often hinges on the belief that all existence is interconnected through an intricate web of frequency and vibration. Imagine the universe not as empty space, but as a vast, pulsating ocean of energy, where every thought, every event, every potential future resonates at a unique frequency. In this view, certain individuals are believed to possess an innate sensitivity, an ability to consciously tune into these subtle frequencies, much like a radio receiver locks onto a specific station. They are not actively seeking information, rather, they are receptive to the energetic signatures of future events that are already vibrating into existence on a different plane. This concept aligns with various mystical traditions that speak of an Akashic record, a cosmic library containing the energetic imprint of all knowledge and experience, past, present, and future. The idea of a universal consciousness further deepens this spiritual understanding. If all beings are ultimately expressions of a single, overarching consciousness, then the boundaries between individual minds, and even between past, present, and future, become illusory. In this expanded state of awareness, the future is not something separate and distant, but an inherent part of the present moment, accessible to those who can transcend the limitations of linear perception. The hearing of the future, then, becomes less about receiving external information and more about an internal recognition, a remembering of what is already known within the vastness of the universal mind. This spiritual lens invites us to consider the purpose behind such gifts. Are these insights meant to be acted upon, to alter the course of events, or merely to provide comfort, understanding, or a sense of divine order? Is it a call to spiritual awakening, urging humanity to recognize its deeper connection to the cosmos? The echoes from the divine suggest that the future is not merely a random unfolding, but a tapestry woven with purpose, and some are simply granted a glimpse of its intricate design. While the allure of predicting the future is undeniable, it is crucial to acknowledge the formidable veil of doubt that shrouds such claims. The skeptical view, rooted in scientific empiricism and critical thinking, often dismisses the notion of hearing the future as impossible, a product of wishful thinking, cognitive biases, or outright deception. For many, the very idea challenges the fundamental laws of physics and causality, which dictate that effects cannot precede their causes. Skepticism serves a vital role in distinguishing genuine phenomena from illusion or fraud. In a world where charlatans and quacks often prey on human vulnerability, a healthy dose of skepticism is not just warranted, but necessary. The scientific method demands verifiable, repeatable evidence, and thus far, claims of precognition have largely failed to withstand rigorous scrutiny in controlled laboratory settings. Critics point to the lack of consistent, demonstrable proof, arguing that anecdotal accounts, while compelling, are insufficient to establish the existence of such extraordinary abilities. They question the methodology of self-reported experiences, highlighting the potential for confirmation bias, the tendency to remember hits, accurate predictions, while conveniently forgetting misses, inaccurate ones. From a purely scientific standpoint, the future is inherently unpredictable because it is a product of countless variables, interactions, and choices. To know the future would imply a deterministic universe where all events are preordained, leaving no room for free will or genuine novelty. This clashes with our lived experience of making choices and influencing outcomes. Therefore, those who claim to possess such abilities are often viewed with suspicion, their pronouncements attributed to clever guesswork, cold reading techniques, or a profound misunderstanding of probability. However, even within the skeptical framework, there are nuances. While outright precognition might be dismissed, the human capacity for highly sophisticated pattern recognition and probabilistic forecasting is acknowledged. A meteorologist predicts the weather, based on complex data. An economist predicts market trends based on intricate models. Is it possible that some individuals, perhaps unconsciously, are simply exceptionally adept at processing subtle cues and probabilities that others miss, leading to seemingly uncanny predictions? The skeptical view, while challenging the mystical interpretations, implicitly invites us to explore the boundaries of human cognition and perception, asking if what appears supernatural might simply be a manifestation of highly evolved yet still natural abilities. The veil of doubt, then, is not merely a barrier, but an invitation to deeper inquiry. Stepping into the intricate labyrinth of the mind, psychological perspectives offer alternative explanations for experiences of hearing the future, often grounding them in the complexities of human cognition and mental health. It is crucial to approach this aspect with sensitivity, recognizing that while some experiences might be benign, others could signal underlying conditions requiring professional attention. One significant area of exploration involves the link between such experiences and certain mental health conditions. Auditory hallucinations, for instance, are a common symptom in conditions like schizophrenia, where individuals may hear voices or sounds that are not externally present. While these hallucinations are often distressing and disorganized, in some cases they might coincidentally align with future events, leading the individual to interpret them as predictive. Similarly, delusional beliefs, where a person holds firmly to a false belief despite evidence to the contrary, could manifest as a conviction that one possesses the ability to hear or know the future. It is vital to differentiate between genuine intuitive insights and symptoms that require clinical evaluation and support. The brain is a powerful interpreter of reality, and sometimes its interpretations can lead to profound, yet internally generated experiences. Beyond clinical conditions, several cognitive biases and psychological phenomena can contribute to the perception of hearing the future. Confirmation bias, as mentioned earlier, plays a significant role. We tend to notice and remember instances where our predictions were accurate, while conveniently forgetting the far more numerous times they were not. This selective memory reinforces the belief in one's predictive abilities. Another phenomenon is pareidolia, the tendency to perceive meaningful patterns or images in random or ambiguous stimuli. A random noise might be interpreted as a specific word or phrase, which then, through coincidence, aligns with a future event, leading to the belief that the noise was a premonition. The power of the subconscious mind also cannot be underestimated. Our brains are constantly processing vast amounts of information, both consciously and unconsciously. We pick up on subtle cues, non-verbal signals, and environmental patterns without even realizing it. The subconscious might then synthesize this information, leading to a gut feeling or an intuitive knowing that later proves accurate. This isn't precognition in the mystical sense, but rather a highly sophisticated form of unconscious inference and pattern recognition. For example, a person might unconsciously notice subtle signs of tension between two colleagues, and later, when an argument erupts, they might feel they knew it would happen, attributing it to a premonition rather than astute, albeit unconscious, observation. Furthermore, the concept of self-fulfilling prophecies can play a role. If someone believes they have heard a future event, their subsequent actions, thoughts, and behaviors might unconsciously steer them towards making that event a reality. The mind's labyrinth is complex, and while it can generate profound insights, it can also construct elaborate illusions, making it challenging to discern genuine foresight from the intricate workings of our own psychology. Shifting our gaze from the mystical and the pathological, we arrive at a fundamental truth. Humans possess an inherent, sophisticated, predictive ability rooted in our awareness and intelligence. This isn't about supernatural powers, but about the remarkable capacity of the human mind to anticipate, plan, and forecast based on observation, learning, and reasoning. We are, in essence, architects of our own tomorrows, constantly building mental models of what might come next. At its core, this predictive ability relies on pattern recognition. From infancy, we learn to identify recurring sequences in our environment, cause and effect, seasonal changes, social cues. This allows us to anticipate outcomes. If I drop this, it will fall. If I touch fire, it will burn. As we mature, these patterns become increasingly complex, enabling us to predict the trajectory of a thrown ball, the likely response of a friend, or the probable outcome of a business decision. Our brains are constantly running simulations, using past data to project future possibilities. Logical deduction is another cornerstone. Given a set of premises, we can infer a probable conclusion. If all swans I have seen are white, I might predict the next swan I see will also be white, though this highlights the limits of inductive reasoning. In more complex scenarios, like a chess game, a player predicts their opponent's moves several steps ahead by logically deducing the most probable responses to their own actions. This isn't hearing the future, but intelligently constructing it within the mind. Statistical probability also plays a crucial role. We intuitively or consciously assess the likelihood of events. We know it's more probable to rain in a thunderstorm than on a clear day. Financial analysts predict market movements based on vast data sets and complex algorithms identifying trends and probabilities. While not infallible, these predictions are based on measurable data and logical inference, not mystical insight. Consider everyday life. When you plan your commute, you predict traffic patterns. When you save for retirement, you predict future financial needs. When a scientist formulates a hypothesis, they are predicting the outcome of an experiment. These are all forms of predictive ability, honed through experience, learning, and the remarkable processing power of the human brain. So, could the sensation of hearing the future simply be an extreme, perhaps unconscious manifestation of this inherent human capacity? Could it be that some individuals are exceptionally attuned to subtle patterns, processing information at a speed and depth that allows them to make incredibly accurate, yet seemingly inexplicable, predictions? Perhaps the whispers are not from another dimension, but from the deepest, most sophisticated levels of our own cognitive architecture, a testament to the incredible, still largely unexplored power of the human mind, to be the architect of its own tomorrow. We have journeyed through the intriguing possibilities, the spiritual depths, the skeptical challenges, the psychological complexities, and the inherent human capacities that surround the phenomenon of hearing the future. What began as a simple question has unfolded into a multifaceted mystery, revealing the profound interplay between consciousness, perception, and the very nature of time itself. Is it a divine gift, a neurological anomaly, a sophisticated cognitive function, or perhaps a blend of all these? The truth, like the future itself, remains elusive, shrouded in the mists of the unknown. But the very act of exploring these possibilities expands our understanding of what it means to be human, pushing the boundaries of our perceived reality. The whispers of tomorrow continue to echo, inviting us to listen more closely, not just to external sounds, but to the subtle currents within ourselves and the universe. What if the future isn't something that happens to us, but something we are constantly, perhaps unconsciously co-creating and perceiving? And this journey is far from over. The greatest mysteries are not meant to be solved, but to be continuously explored, to provoke thought, and to inspire wonder. We invite you to continue this exploration with us. If these profound questions resonate with you, if you've ever felt a whisper from tomorrow, or if you simply crave a deeper understanding of the unseen forces at play in our world, then join our community of curious minds. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content that dares to delve into the unexplained. Share your own experiences and insights in the comments below. Your story might hold a piece of the puzzle, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the mysteries that shape our existence. Let's unravel the secrets of the universe together.